Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to use a kettlebell properly to work out. This will be a full tutorial, so let's get right into the video. I'm going to start off by showing you the various grips that you can use with your kettlebell, okay? Depending on the exercise that you're doing. Then I'm going to be outlining some tips for using it and showing you how to swing it properly and move it properly so that you can avoid injury, avoid pain, and get the best muscular burn and muscular growth. So let's get right into the video. Now, what are the grips? I'm going to angle the camera a little bit further down so I don't have to hold it up as high. So what are the grips? Okay, essentially you have one hand overhand grip like this. If you're doing any movement where you're raising it up like that and you need an overhand grip because you want that forearm burn, okay, or you want to work your triceps and your shoulders a little bit, that's what it's going to look like right there, okay? Some people hold it ever so slightly to the side, depending on the side that they're working with. Some people hold it directly in the middle. That's personal preference. Then you have one hand underhand grip. If you're doing something where you want to work this part of your forearm, your biceps, any movement that is going to be like this, right? Okay, you're going to have the one hand underhand grip. As a rule of thumb, same thing. It can be directly in the middle or it can be slightly to the side. It all depends on what you're trying to work at and your own personal preferences. Then you have the two-hand overhand grip at the top over here. I'm gripping the top bar. If you're doing a swing with both hands, that's what it's going to look like, okay? Two-hand underhand grip, not nearly as common, but you have to work your way into this because you can't fit both hands under the majority of kettlebells flatly. So like this hand is going to grip it and this hand is going under it like this. This is a rare grip, but depending on the exercise, you might need to do this, especially if you're using a heavy kettlebell. Like if you have lots of shoulder strength, so you're using a heavy kettlebell and it's hard for you to lift with one hand because maybe your forearms are all burnt out from the past day's workout, you're going to have to do something like that. It's rarely you use this, but it is definitely used. The next one is going to be an overhand grip from the sides. So as you can see right here, if you're gripping it from the sides, if you're holding it and you're not swinging it, generally this is how you would grip it. It gives you a nice center, good center of gravity. Because when you grab it from the top, you have a very low center of gravity. When you grab it here, the center of gravity is basically where the edges of my pinkies are over here, like the ends of my hands are right over here. Yeah, so you can grip it like this. This is more if you're going to hold it like if you're doing a squat or something like that. Okay, now the next thing that you might do when you're doing a squat is flip it over and grip it like this. So when you're gripping it like this, you have a few options. Same thing, this will give you a high center of gravity, much higher than my hands are. So right here you can see it's easily able to move. And if you want to work your forearms, that's a great grip to use. Same thing if you're holding it in position. This is not really a swinging grip, it's more if you're holding it in position. Okay, and then the next one's going to be like this, where you're controlling the center of gravity. So when I go like this, I am controlling the center of gravity with my thumb and my index fingers right there. Just like that, with my thumbs and index fingers, I'm controlling the center of gravity. These other fingers are just for grip, but I have control of the center of gravity. This is the grip that I use when I squat down, okay? So those are all the types of grips that you can use. Now, when it comes to using it properly, you're probably gonna be swinging your kettlebell. When you swing your kettlebell, a lot of people will go like this, right? They'll go like this. Right? This is the proper way to swing it in the sense of when you bring it forward, you should still have grip of it. You're not letting it flop down like that, right? That's going to lead to it hitting your body potentially, and it's going to really start wearing out at your hands, and it's just not going to work your grip muscles as much. So you're not going like this, right? You're not going like this, right? You're going like this. That's the idea. So when I'm doing a kettlebell swing, like that, you see? Like that. I have full grip of it. And you should choose a kettlebell. Obviously, I would do it with proper form if I was doing it for real, but you should choose a kettlebell that you can hold properly. If you can't hold it, it's going like that, you should go a little bit lighter, okay? Another quick tip is try not to let it hit your arm or your wrist or anything. So like if some people are doing an exercise where they're pressing it into the air, right, and then they let go of it, right? Imagine that with a much harder kettlebell, a much heavier kettlebell. So you want to avoid having it drop down. Choose a kettlebell that you can grip like this, right? You want to choose one that gives you enough grip power that you can grip it like that. Very, very key factor, okay? That's basically it. I've shown you the grips. I've shown you the proper way to swing it. I've talked to you about some squatting movements, holding it upside down, and I've talked to you about avoiding it hitting your body or your wrist or anything like that, because that could cause some long-term damage. It will definitely cause some short-term pain, and we want to avoid that, right? So that's basically it. I mean, it's not like no pain, no gain. You can have the pain of the burn when you work out. Doesn't mean you have to start injuring yourself, because that's going to put you out of commission for a little bit, which will deplete your muscular gains in the long run. So that's basically it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.